I do agree that the baby makes you lock in.
Yeah. Because I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to breathe with her. I mean, oh my God, now you're going to cry.
No, it's emotional. She's so cute. I was teaching her how to wave. And it was so cute because she was doing it. And I'm like, oh my God. But it's true. You get for some reason, it slows time.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no, this is not where I expected the mindfulness episode to go. I wanted to talk about I'm on a new journey, so to speak. Mm-hmm. I'm reading a book and doing a lot of research about mindfulness. And the book I'm reading right now is called Radical Acceptance.
Okay.
And it's about like how to be mindful using lessons from like the Buddha and Buddhism. And it's so interesting. I've been reading it while I'm here. I've been sharing highlights with you about this new journey I'm on and all the things.
I say it's fun to read the highlights because she's got the highlights in the book. Yeah. So I can just flip through and sometimes I'm like, she highlighted that. Like to see the parts of a book someone highlights
is very telling.
Like, oh, that's what spoke to them in this paragraph. So it's interesting, I think.
Yeah.
So it's been good.
What was the funny thing you wanted to say?
The funny thing I want to say is every time now when I hear the word mindfulness, and you'll appreciate this because it's a comedian that comes to mind every time. I do not know his name. He's an older gentleman. And he does this whole bit about mindfulness when we were younger, because he's probably Gen X or older, like Gen X boomerish, whatever. And he's like, mindfulness was like a state of existence we had often. Like you waited in line, mindfulness. You went to the bathroom, mindfulness. And he does this whole bit about how we just had to wait and we didn't have computers in our pockets to pull out and look things up to keep ourselves busy. And it's excellent, funny delivery if you have not seen it.
You sent it to me, so I do know what you're talking about.
It's so funny, but it's also, it speaks loudly to the Gen X population because it's true. We used to really have to sit around and wait. Yeah. We used to have to go somewhere and we'd have to just meet the person there and say we were going to meet at a certain time.
Yeah.
Mindfulness, looking around for the person. We're mindful. We're trying to pay attention to where the person is. It's a really funny bit.
It is a funny bit.
And I always, whenever I hear that word now, unfortunately,
that's what
calls
it's associated with.
It calls up that.
I know.
But I appreciate the mindfulnessness of where you're headed, because you're right. Like we're always moving.
Yeah.
And being productive. At least I am conscious of being productive at all times at every minute of the day.
I was reading the book. I wish I really had it so I could actually read the quotes. But one of the quotes was, or one of the stories was talking about how basically if you're in a rush in life, you're just rushing to the finish line, which is just death. So it's like, why are we in a rush? And that one really resonated with me because we're always in a rush. God. Our family is always rushing, it feels like. At least to me it does. So I'm trying to have a new perspective on not being...
Like, where are we rushing
Where are you rushing to?
I know. It's so...
And why do we have all this like urgency? And, part of her... I'm only like halfway through the book. So I'm like, maybe in a couple weeks we have to do an update once I finish the book. But like... First, it's about noticing the trance that you're in of like being in this rush and having these stories in your head. And I think, that last week when our first dinner, I was trying to explain like how my brain works.
Oh, that was terrifying, by the way. Okay. So we went out to dinner the first night she was here, and it was almost like an emotional night because I was like, so how are you? Like, and a lot of times when we're together in person, at least of recent past couple of years, we're usually in a group. So it's like you and Steven and me are out, or you and Dad are out, or we're in a whole family thing. So
or like a work trip.
Or it's a work trip and it's like the focus is work. So we just went out to dinner, just the two of us, and sat, and I said, so how are you? Like, talk to me. Like, how's things going? Are things good? And it was the first time, I don't know, in a long time we had a conversation like that. And that's when it really I just was listening and I loved it. And I felt like I was learning where your head is at, where your...
Yeah. The thing I was trying to explain is like how my brain works sometimes and how like...
It's constantly saying something. Like
it's constantly
this is what I don't relate to at all.
I have a constant stream of thought, consciousness, a voice in my head. and it's constantly negative.
Oh my God. Which was also weird to hear because first of all, I don't have a voice in my head. And just,
I wouldn't say constantly. I'll say 80% of the time.
that's still a high percentage. Like a
lot of the time it's negative, and it's like,
my God.
It's not. I'm not going to say it's stupid because I'm not going to. Steven is very helpful in my journey here. Is that he's always, whenever we're talking about something or like my feelings, I'll say something and then I'm like, and I'm annoyed that I'm feeling sad. And he's like, well, don't be mad at yourself for having an emotion. Okay, yeah. And I feel like that's like step one for me of like not being mad that I'm having an emotion or reaction. So that's kind of step one. But in my head, a lot of the times, like if I get sick, it's not like, oh, I got sick. It's like, oh, it's always blaming myself.
God.
And it's always like,
imagine that.
You got sick because you went out and you didn't wash your hands afterwards. Like
oh my God.
Or like
so these are the thoughts you have.
Yeah.
This is such a weird way to exist. And this is what threw me that night. We have to figure out how to articulate this. At least I do. Because number one, if I'm somewhere and my brain, like we're biking after, and I'm like, I am so in it. I'm like, oh, look at the tree. Oh, look at I'm like very simple. I almost feel like what you're explaining is higher intelligence. And that makes me feel like maybe I'm less intelligent on some level. And I know it doesn't mean that, but I think my thoughts are simple when I'm not focused on a thing that has to be productive. So if I'm thinking of a work thing, it's higher intelligence. I'm like, okay, I need to budget that. I need to do that. How many people are going to direct this? What are my shots are going to be? I'm in work mode when I'm thinking. When I'm not in work mode or I'm not in productive mode, my brain is very simple. It goes into a very simple place of like, oh, look at the trees. They're so pretty and colorful. Or, oh, the moon is so big. I don't think about things all the time.
No, I think about things all the time.
I don't even know
Steven made a funny comment the other day because he was listening to a podcast and it was like of comedians, and it's
so crazy
when they were asking what the comedians think about, and it's like the guy's like, oh, I'm just always thinking about like ideas, like when I'm walking through life, like, and that I feel like I'm either negative or I'm thinking of ideas. Like that's the two states that my brain really go in. Is like if I'm not. And I hate that I say to say that I'm negative. It's just like, and I feel like I didn't even realize this until I started reading this book and I started taking notice of my daily internal monologue. I'm like, why is my daily internal monologue so negative? Or like, why is it?
I just can't even relate to it. I can't. Even when I'm thinking of things, I'm like, oh, that's going to be a really good idea. Okay. Oh yeah. You know what I'll do? It's always like, ooh, ooh, ooh. This is when I say I am literally a walking golden retriever in a person because just like squirrel, and I think a thing and then I see a thing and not because I'm not focused, but I am always aware of my surroundings. You know, I'm just like, oh, this place is so pretty. I flipped the camera around. We were going to record over on that couch and I turned around and went, ooh, this looks nice. Like I'm immediately like easily just diverted into like something happy or whatever. And when something happens to me, this is so weirdly instinctive and I don't know, like, traffic. All right, well, I wasn't meant to be there early then. So I don't even get like, I can be like for a moment of like,
mine's like, oh, I should have left earlier.
No, I wouldn't even think that.
See, a lot of it is like, I think my thoughts are like, I blame myself for things.
Gosh.
And okay, now I feel like negative. I feel like
because I do that too.
That I'm negative.
No, I do the
same.
But
I don't think that it's like negative. It's just like, I get really, I think in my head, it's a lot of self-blame for things that are out of my control. Like I self-blame for a lot of things that are not in my control. And that's what I'm calling negative. But which is, and it can be negative. I'm just trying to like explain because now I'm like, oh, well, I am happy and like I do have happy thoughts and like I'm not constantly like sad. It's just
your mind is busy.
My mind is very busy.
Yeah. My mind is not that busy. But I will say, I made that sound like, oh, I'm in traffic. And I'm always like, yay, I'm in traffic. No, I would be like, oh boy, I should have left her. Oh, well, I should have left her. I'm like, oh, well. I immediately can convert over to another way of thinking. I just immediately do. I'm like, oh, I have cancer. Okay, well, we're going to learn something about what? You crazy person. But not that I wasn't sad to have cancer or devastated by cancer and all the things that go along with it. But it wasn't like my first instinct gets immediately corrected into another instinct. It's like immediately I'm auto-correcting at all times. That's what it is. my autocorrect is really, really good. You need a good autocorrect.
Yeah. And I've been trying to do that because now I'm like reading this book and I feel like this book has just made me realize my internal monologue and how to like.
Does it have you gotten to where it helps you to try and change that monologue?
Not yet, but sort of, in terms of like, and this is where I think the Buddhism comes into it of like, if you're having a negative thought or emotion, it's like, you know, you let it pass through you like it's like water on a stream or a cloud floating in the sky. And even if you're in pain, like accepting the pain and thanking your body for giving you pain to like realize something you need.
Okay. Good.
The book is all about like, you know, not blaming your emotions, but using your emotions as indicator that you need something. So like if you're like, and I feel like part of it started with me just being like, you know what, I'm going to acknowledge my basic needs. When I feel hungry, I'm going to eat something. Because like,
that's one way to start.
That's one way to start.
So,
which feels so basic, but like, it's all from reading this book and being like, oh, like I'm not even like in tuned to how my body is reacting to things because my mind is so active.
Ahead of it. It's ahead of it.
And it's like, and you know, they have all these, this book is so interesting. It's like the first chapter is like awakening from the trance of unworthiness. You know, it's all these like, you know, as much as I love
it.
This is like, okay. But it's like awakening from the trance. And that's like realizing that these are the thoughts I'm having.
Right.
And then the second part, now I'm forgetting, is like, and a big part of that is building stories in your head. And that's what I do. And I think part of it is just being like a visual, imaginative person that I live in my, like.
With your imaginary friend,
exactly.
For example.
That's what I was thinking of. Like, I just have a very imaginative, I feel like I'm perceptive. I know how people will act.
Yes, you are perceptive.
So it's like, sometimes I'll play through an entire scenario because I'm like, oh, I know how you'll react when how dad react. I don't need to say this out loud. Like, I know. So I'm like, what's the point? Which is stupid. But in this book is also about like how to stop living in the stories in your head.
Right.
And living like.
Because that might not be the reaction. Yeah. I do. Yeah. I think a lot of times.
And you know what?
About what people are going to.
And so a lot
are going to react. And I think about it. Yeah.
And so a lot of it has been like working on breath work and like meditating, which I've been trying to do every day. And you know what I realized this weekend? Because I was with Holly. These episodes are going to be out of order, but we were in the upstate in the Catskills. And on Friday morning, Tommy and Jenna went out to like run errands and stuff. So I was just me with Holly. And I was like, oh, this is like so
it's like
babies are so grounding in a way because I'm just like, because I was taking the things I've learned from this book and I'm like, I'm not going to think about all the things I could be doing right now. I'm just going to like really enjoy that I get to hold my niece right now and just breathe.
I'm feeling mindful when I'm with her too.
Yes. So I feel like that was like a very eye-opening experience I had. A very like game-changing experience to be like, I'm here. I'm spending time. Like even yesterday we went out to lunch and I was like, Jenna, let me hold her. Like you eat first. Like you haven't gotten to like eat. She was like, are you sure? I'm like, no, like I'm here.
You're locked in.
I want to enjoy this moment. When am I going to get to hold baby Holly at 3 months old ever again? So I was like just trying to lock into the moment. Oh my God. See, look at me. I'm a Buddhist.
She's a Buddhist and now she's got me crying.
But I feel like this book, I randomly picked up
so
with
great.
Gloria is like really impacting how I'm seeing the world. And I feel like
it's so good. I do agree that the baby makes you lock in.
Yeah. Cause I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to breathe with her. I mean, oh my God, now you're going to cry.
No, it's emotional. She's so cute. I was teaching her how to wave. And it was so cute because she was doing it. And I'm like, oh my God. But it's true. You get for some reason, it slows time.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh no.
Oh no. This is not where I expected the mindfulness episode to go. Anyway, so I'm working on my breathing. Okay. Sorry, we shouldn't ignore our feelings because that's the other thing that I'm learning in my book.
No, I'm slapping my hand so much. Sorry for the noise, but it's so true though. We just move so fast.
And then I think the next part of this book is about restoring the connection between your mind and your body.
Okay.
So
how does that go? Let's talk about that.
Let's talk
about
me
out of this.
Yeah. But it's like right now, based on the book, I'm not an expert in this by any means, but it's like you're feeling. What are you feeling in your body?
I don't know. Gratefulness.
No, but like, what sensations are you literally feeling in your body? Not like an emotion.
Oh.
And this is where I struggle because Stephen was trying to ask me this too. But it's like you feel it like in your throat, like you're trying to choke.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, so what?
Oh.
So it's like starting with what you're feeling in your body to help.
Really?
Yeah.
That seems like that should be secondary. Like
No,
you should start with the brain.
The body is first.
Oh. Okay.
Because your mind can tell you stories. This is what this book, you can get caught up in this thing. So this book is trying to help you like connect your mind to your body to make, because you can go down this, I'm not gonna say rabbit hole, but you go down and you start getting emotional thinking about, oh, you a baby, this is a baby, oh, baby, baby, baby. Like,
yeah.
But like right now you're feeling choked up in your throat. You're feeling maybe like, I don't know.
Mostly I feel it like in my head.
Okay. So you feel like sad, not like sad, but like a melancholy almost.
Yes.
There you go. But it helps you indicate it better instead of like, okay, maybe grateful isn't, I know you can be grateful, but like, I think it's okay to be melancholy about it and be like, the passage of time. Oh my God, I did not expect. Sorry. I'm sorry.
She wrecks me.
I'm becoming more.
I know. Well, the other night when we were at dinner, you were getting more emotional, and I was like, "All right, let's hear it." And now I'm feeling the things. I wanted to say something about how you were saying when you like let the thoughts be like clouds that pass by. When you feel an emotion, it's like a wave. Let me just talk about the waves for a second.
Go for it.
Like you can choose a wave that you're going to ride. Like you say, "Oh, I have this thought. Bad things are happening. Okay, no, I'm not going to get on that wave. I'll ride the next one." So as a surfer, picks the wave. Like that one's too steep. That's going to crash. I'm not in the right spot for it or whatever. So choosing the thoughts that you're going to ride. And I am a believer in that. Like, so that's why I'm annoyed that this wave just took me. Like, I think the wave caught me.
You can't get annoyed at yourself. That's also part of it.
I know, but
that's the thing that I always get.
I'm annoyed just because now I wrecked the episode.
You didn't wreck the episode. The episode is now richer because you expressed emotions. Okay. Good point. But everything is emotional. And that's the thing about life, like living life's experiences. There's constantly emotions attached. So even you can't beat yourself up for having thoughts and, that lead to emotions. It's just sometimes like, I want everything to be like a rosy gem, and it's not always a rosy gem. And I think sometimes with
a rosy gem, is that even a thing? I don't know.
Sure. Okay. Like a rose gold or something. I don't know. All right. Basically, the idea of like that with this book and getting more in tuned with my breath is that like when you do get emotional, you can say, hey, let me like just return to my breath.
Right.
And then it helps calm your body down so that you don't get caught up in something.
Yeah. True. I will say this from like when I'm in that mindful state now with the baby. We have to go back to that for a second. And I'm holding. I do feel that it's a temporary state of like where the movie is slowed down and being played in slow motion. And then it's like my normal state feels like the rest. And so my slowed down state feels like, and maybe that's because I've been running this at this pace for so long. I don't even realize what it is. That the norm is me running.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
I know. That's what I'm realizing. It's like, what am I rushing?
I know. It's crazy. This weekend was it must be 2 weekends ago by the time you're hearing this, but it was very, it's peaceful.
Peaceful.
And it's like, more heightened sense of, I don't know. I felt like I had time. I could help Jenna fold the laundry, or we were setting up the thing outside. It felt very.
Usually, it's like we're in a rush. You gotta
rush to set it up.
Fold the laundry. We got so.
The only rush was when Tommy didn't want to hold the sheet up any longer.
I know. Tommy didn't want to hold the sheet.
He's like, "Let's go. It's over." I'm like, "No." That was funny though.
That was funny.
To his credit, it was hurting his arms. He was holding it up for a long time.
He was. He's champ. But
yeah, no. So this is important.
I think it's just like I know it's just one book. But I feel like all these books that I'm reading are coming into play in a very important, like very needed time.
Good. I do like books that make you think. Like when I was reading the 5 when I found that book in the bike seat. I can't remember the name of it now.
The Secret.
The Secret. I can't remember the name of it. It's a secret. But when I found that book, I was so into reading it. I was like, this is it. Like, this is my brain opening myself up to new thoughts again. And I love when a book makes you think. I really do.
And I think part of reading this book, and I don't know if Stephen was the one who suggested this. I think he did. He suggested I get back into like doing art.
Oh yeah.
And then one of my friends mentioned
I loved
doing art because it's like because Stephen suggested that I get back into making art because I used to do it a lot. It used to be very like therapeutic for me. And then my friend Liz in LA was telling me I think there's like literally scientific research. I don't know if this is true or not, but there's a lot to be said that you cannot be like in an anxious state
when you're creative.
When you're creative, like the two cannot happen at the same, cannot exist. So like I want to focus on being more creative or like doing more creative things with my hands. Cause then I was thinking about it. And I think this is what I told you. Like, I think some of the happiest years for me was going to art school because it was 4 years of just making art.
Right.
Where it wasn't making art for money.
Studio.
And it wasn't making art. It was making art for grades, but it's like, it wasn't making art to meet ends meet.
Right.
I think the other day, like you were like, oh, you should like do something with your hands or like get a job. But I'm like, I think that would even defeat the purpose of it. I think the purpose of it is to like carve out time in my life to make art that's simply for the enjoyment of making art.
Okay, right.
And more for the therapeutic benefits of being creative than like making money from it.
True. And you know,
it's crazy. But everyone wants to make money from their art now. So
hold on, wait. Let's just for 2 seconds really hash this out because when I feel for the 5 years of being on TikTok before there was money to be made or even thinking about doing that, the enjoyment of making the videos is my form of art.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm making a video about an event or I'm going to a thing and I'm seeing the shots, that's art to me.
Yeah.
That's my art. And I don't ever think, oh, if I post this video, like I'm going to get a brand deal from it.
Yeah.
I never really even approached it with that in mind. It was just like, oh my God, I love this video. And I could watch it over and over because I loved the way I edited it, or when we loved watching our videos together, you know?
I love watching our videos over and over.
We love watching our videos.
When my For You page is not hitting, I just watch my feed like it's a movie and I pretend that I'm not me. And I'm like, okay, this is like
a funny video.
Yeah, funny video. Oh, that's good. That's a good one.
It's good. Yeah.
So
yeah,
I don't know. Progress is being made. We're being mindful. I'm sorry I made you cry.
Oh, I know. I'm sorry I got upset. It's just annoying.
I know.
Are we okay?
Yeah, we're okay.
Yeah, we're okay. I don't know.
I think I really
like when I get upset because I don't think it feels like I'm switching it around to be about me if I'm crying. Okay, that's what bothers me.
Okay, that you feel like it's
like that's the, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can get into this without, but you know, when someone, if you're in a situation and the person is immediately crying and then making it about them, I just think that's misdirect. And so it's like, okay, I didn't want to start getting upset and then making it about me because now I'm upset.
Yeah.
Because that's not the point. It's just that I'm feeling the things you are saying. So therefore now I am feeling them and acknowledging them. Yes. And in doing that, now I'm emotional too, because I'm thinking about the things that how it does relate to me and how it has impacted me or something.
Yeah.
So sorry about that. I don't that's what
I do that too. So I like, that's something I'm trying to work on.
Oh.
And that's, I think, where the mindfulness and breathing. I feel like it's weird saying breathing all the time, but like, I realized I hold my breath a lot during the day. Like I realized like I don't I don't have good.
You don't breathe in and out.
I don't breathe in and out. Sometimes.
Like when something's got you.
Like when I get really tense, I'm just holding my breath and then I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, I haven't, like I just, it's not regular. So
I know you're like, notice like you're clenching more when you're like bothered with something. Like I can see it in your face. And to me, that maybe that is not breathing. Yeah. But I don't know what my thing is. Possibly the same thing. Because I'm sorry, I hit
it's okay.
But also, I think just to go back to why I don't like to get upset is because I feel like it misdirects what we're trying to communicate. Yeah. That's the part that I agree. So then I feel like I'm in a spiral and I can't stop it. And then you feel bad because you got me upset. It's like, no.
I know. But that's where the breathing will come into play. So I
could breathe my way out of crying.
Yeah, you could. You just go. I'm speaking a lot of checks I can't cash right now
Okay.
because I'm saying all these things. I can't do them yet. I'm just reading them in the book, and that's what I should do. So I'm
a funny expression.
What?
Speaking a lot of checks you can't cash.
Oh, writing a lot of checks I can't cash.
Right. That's still a funny expression.
Yeah, because it's true. I'm just saying all these things as I'm learning. I haven't actually put them all into practice yet.
Okay. All right. So
I'm not perfect. I'm literally an anxious, I don't know. I have my negative thought consciousness going a lot. So I'm just, this is all stuff I'm working on. And I thought you would be interested in it. So.
I am interested. I didn't think I would take it quite so personally to the point of getting, feeling it so deeply. And of course, all of it is like, we're talking about the little precious angel. Which,
angel baby.
When we go down that path, all bets are off. I could be crying.
All bets are off. I'm going to be crying tomorrow when I have to say goodbye. I know. Well,
all right. So on that,
this was a fun episode.
Don't start crying now.
I'm not going to start crying. Okay. I think it's just I'm blinded by these windows back here. Good. I barely could see your face.
Like, don't let me get you crying now.
No.
All right, this was fun. We felt emotions. I'm not going to apologize for them.
No.
I just felt them. Yours truly,
Helen and Juli.
We did it, even though we got emotional. We're talking about hard things. Thank you for joining us. I'm sure you've all felt the things that we're feeling or can relate to some of them.
The book Radical Acceptance by Tara Brach.
Oh, gosh.
Highly recommend. I'm going to give it to Helen once I'm done reading.
All right. I'll have it. It's all highlighted.
It's
ready for me.
It's perfect. Ready to go.
Ready to go.
It'll be noted up. You're just going to skip through all the things and just read the highlights. That's what's going to happen.
Oh, my gosh. All right. And next week or whenever, we're going to do a debrief. Oh, we'll probably have done that already on the comedy. So we'll see. Well, good luck in the show tomorrow, whatever order these air in. And I can't wait.
Amazing.
I haven't seen you perform live in so long.
I know.
Hooray.
Hooray.
All right. Bye.
Bye.